You were sitting comfortably on the pulse couch, scrolling through your phone when you felt a familiar presence beside you. Your boyfriend Jungkook settled next to you, his arms finding its way around your shoulders in that possessive yet gentle manner that always made you feel secure. He peered over your shoulder at your phone and let out a teasing chuckle. So, who is stealing all your attention this time? I thought I was supposed to be the most interesting one here. You rolled your eyes, nudging him lightly. And yet here you are, invading my personal space again. Jungkook leaned in closer, his voice lowering as he smirked. Invading? But you sure seem to like it. He teased, giving you a gentle squeeze. You laughed, shaking your head. Oh, you are impossible, always thinking you are my only source of entertainment. That's because I am, he said confidently. Come on, admit it, you missed me. You gave him a sideways glance. Fine, maybe just a little. Jungkook chuckled, pulling you closer. That's all I needed to hear, he whispered, his tone shifting into something softer, making your heart skip. Just as the two of you shared a warm laugh, you heard a noise from the doorway. You both looked up to see Lisa, Jungkook's long-time friend and his Mafia's business partner, standing there, her expression frozen. Her gaze was sharp, her eyes locked onto the space between you and Jungkook, where his arms protectively rested around your shoulders. An undeniable wave of anger and jealousy passed over her face. Lisa's hands clenched at her sides, her jaw tightening as she struggled to keep a neutral expression. It was no secret that she had hard-boiled feelings for Jungkook since childhood, and she had confessed those feelings to him before. But Jungkook's heart had already chosen you, and that decision had left a lasting wound in Lisa's heart, a wound that only seemed to deepen whenever she saw the two of you together. Lisa took a deep breath, forcing herself to set her anger aside as she walked over to where you and Jungkook sat, her expression transforming into a polite smile. You greeted her warmly and she returned the gesture, her eyes briefly flickering with irritation before focusing on Jungkook. Jungkook, I just received some updates. There is a situation we need to address within the organization. Jungkook straightened, his tossing tone fading as he turned his attention to her. What's going on? He asked, his voice now serious. Lisa cleared her throat, keeping her focus strictly on the matter at hand. There are a few groups stirring up trouble in the area we control. It's small for now, but if we don't step in, they might get bolder. I have already had a few people look into it, but I thought you should know. Alright, I will check in with our team. Let's plan to deal with this quickly. I don't want anyone getting too comfortable with testing our limits. Lisa gave a curt nod. I have already arranged a meeting with our core group to discuss it further. Jungkook got up, turning to you with a gentle smile. Without hesitation, he wrapped his arms around you, pulling you close in a familiar embrace. The simple gesture of affection was natural to him, but Lisa's gaze fixed on you both, her hand clenched tightly at her side, the forced smile on her face barely concealed. I have to go. Take care. I will try not to be long, he murmured, brushing a hand along your arm. You nodded, giving him a warm smile. Just be careful, alright? I will handle this quickly and be back before you miss me. You smiled, feeling a sense of calm even as he prepared to leave. Jungkook and Lisa came to the secret spot where their members are already present. Jungkook sat in his chair and one of his men, John, told everything about the issue. Jungkook sat back in his chair, his eyes narrowing as he processed what John had just told him. So, it's Taehyung, a mafia boss who thinks he can take my territory? John nodded, sliding a folder with Taehyung's information across the table. Yes sir, we have gathered intel on him and he's been making moves in several areas. He is bold, doesn't back down easily. Jungkook's jaw clenched. Dial his number. Let's see if he is smart enough to understand the consequences. John quickly dialed, then handed Jungkook the phone. After a few rings, a voice answered on the other end. Hello, this is Taehyung. Taehyung, I heard you have been stepping into my territory. I suggest you back off if you don't want trouble. Taehyung chuckled darkly, unfazed. And why would I do that, Jungkook? The world isn't yours to control. I will take whatever I want. Jungkook's eyes narrowed further, his voice dropping with a deadly edge. That's not how things work around here. You know the rules. You are crossing into my area and I am giving you a chance to make this right. Your area? Don't fool yourself. I could wipe you out with a snap of my fingers. Maybe it's time someone showed you who is really in control. Jungkook's grip tightened on the phone, his voice dropping to a lethal whisper. Watch your mouth, Taehyung. I don't care how powerful you think you are. Cross me again and you will regret it. I don't take threats lightly. Oh, I'm not threatening you, Jungkook. I'm giving you a reality check. But if you are looking for a fight, bring it on. I don't run from people like you. I warned you, Taehyung. There is no going back from this. When I come for you, you will wish you would made a different choice. Taehyung laughed. Then let's see who survives, Jungkook. I will be waiting. The line went dead and Jungkook lowered the phone, his gaze dark and steely. Vayan, I can't tell you how much I'm grateful you are here with Jungkook. You have been such a positive influence on him, more than anyone else could ever be. Thank you, Auntie. Honestly, he's done so much for me too. I don't know where I would be without him. She reached over, patting your hand gently. I see how happy you make him, and that's what any mother could wish for. Just then the door opened and you looked up to see Jungkook and Lisa entering the room. Your heart sank as you noticed Jungkook's expression. His face was tight with anger, eyes dark and burning red. You went from the couch, worry filling your chest as you walked over to him. Jungkook, what happened? Are you alright? He barely glanced at you, his jaw clenched tightly. Without a word, he yanked his arm from your touch and stormed past, heading straight for the bedroom. Shocked by his cold dismissal, you turned to Lisa, seeking for answers. What happened? Lisa folded her arms, keeping her face neutral. It's the business area situation. Things didn't go well and he's frustrated. Before you could respond, Mistress John approached, placing a comforting hand on your shoulder. Wyan, why don't you go check on him? He is angry, but I know he will calm down if you are with him. Just go talk to him. You nodded. As you turned to leave, you missed the flash of anger in Lisa's eyes as she clenched her jaw, watching the bond Mistress John always nurtured between you and Jungkook. As you entered the bedroom, the tension in the air felt heavy. Jungkook sat on the edge of the bed, his coat carelessly tossed on the floor. And his hands balled into fists and his gaze fixed intently on the ground. You swallowed nervously, noting the hardened look on his face, a look that spoke volumes of the fury within him. Taking a deep breath to steady yourself, you slowly approached him, reaching out to place a gentle hand on his shoulder. Jungkook, you said softly, trying to get his attention. He didn't respond, his body rigid beneath your touch. Worry crept in your heart as you tightened your hold on his shoulder, your voice soft but firm. Jungkook, please, tell me what happened. I can't stand seeing you like this. You could feel his heart racing, his breathing uneven as he buried his face into your shoulder. Sensing the depth of his anger and pain, you reached up and began to gently pat his back, hoping to soothe him. Look at me, baby, you whispered, brushing a hand through his hair as you encouraged him to lift his head. Please tell me what happened. For the first time, Wyan, a man had the nerve to warn me. to stand his ground and refuse to back off from our area. You could feel the frustration and indignation in his voice, and it hurt to see him this way. Cupping his face gently, you kept your gaze steady, hoping to bring him some comfort. It's okay, baby. People like him think they are invincible, but you are stronger, you are not alone, and you are not one to back down. Jungkook's gaze softened slightly at your words, and you could see the anger beginning to fade. You don't have to carry this weight alone. You continued rubbing soothing circles on his back. We will get through this. When the time comes, you will fight back stronger than ever. But right now, let yourself breathe. I am here and you are not facing this alone. Gently he cupped your face, brushing a thumb over your cheek, his expression filled with gratitude. Thank you, Ryan, for always being here. But I don't know what I would do without you. You are always cheering me up, staying by my side even when I am like this. You smiled, your hands resting on top of his as you leaned into his touch. You don't have to thank me, Jungkook. That's what I'm here for. We are in this together no matter what. I don't deserve you, but I'm so grateful that you are here, especially when things get rough. You smiled and hugged him tightly, feeling his heart gradually steadying against yours.